right, well, welcome back, guys. It's Elevated Gaming slash podcast slash everything episode. Where is it? Episode 12.
12.
12. I can crank it up now.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, today, we're going to be talking about our favorite game, the game that brought us, well, me and X together. PUBG. What's new with PUBG?
We're also going to be talking about some other stuff too, though.
No, just PUBG.
Yep. No, not just PUBG. We'll also give you guys some insight as to like what to expect from our upcoming streams, and just that you have an idea of what to expect whenever you pop in with us, and what to expect from for our next guest, or the next guest for Elev8ed Gaming podcast
Slash everything.
So before we get to actually discussing what's new with PUBG, what is the game that we've been playing for like the last month? The game that we most recently had an entire podcast about is Quantum League, and we have some news about the game, and we might, fingers crossed, have another upcoming podcast centered around Quantum League. So DJ, what is new in the realm of Quantum League?
Well, if I remember correctly, they added a spectator mode to, is it just custom games?
I think it's just custom games.
Yeah, custom games. A new map, a new 2v2 map, can't forget about that, which we haven't even played.
We haven't even got to play yet.
I don't know why. Maybe because we haven't played with anyone else besides just me and X, and we can't do one. Well, we could do 1v1 on that map.
We could, but the reason we actually haven't done it is for two reasons. One, because we started playing PUBG again, and two, what else has been going on? What have we been doing when we've been playing Quantum League?
Tournament.
What?
What is it called? The summer IGL summer circuit.
Yeah. So we are in week 2. Both DJ and I have completed our week 2 matches, and I had a phenomenal second week matchup with NBD.
You really
NBD
did.
Though. What is this? What's the second part of his name?
I think
NBD
that was
though?
it. NBD though.
Yeah, I just always call him NBD.
Oh yeah, everybody knows him as NBD.
NBD. So NBD and I, we went like fierce head to head. The first game, he beat me 3-0 or 3-0. He got all 3 points. The second game, I whooped his ass and went 3-0. And then the third and fourth game, like it was just back and forth, and it came down to our fifth match, and it was super close all the way up to the end, and he barely clutched it. So while it was with the clutch, while it was really good, it did unfortunately put me at 0-2. So I've won 0 out of my two games. DJ, on the other hand,
holding it down for Elev8ed Gaming. I have gone undefeated because I defeated this guy over here first. What was it like? You won 1, I won 3?
3-1.
3-1?
Yep,
3-1?
3-1.
Yeah, and then I played this week actually. This Wednesday. I played the Goose is Loose, I believe his name was.
Goose is Loose, yeah.
The Goose is Loose. We went 3-0, so I won.
Yeah, you whooped his ass.
3-0.
But what was crazy about the Goose is Loose is that his ranking was only like bronze level, but the dude played exceptionally well. I remember jumping in. I was working when DJ faced off against him, and I jumped on the stream, and like the first thing I saw was DJ going, "Fuck, I might lose this."
I was really nervous. I was literally shaking while I was playing because I saw his rank, and like X was saying, he seemed like a guy that wasn't going to perform well based off of his ranking. But that first game, I saw him shoot, and he was hitting everything, and I got so nervous. I'm like, okay, this guy can shoot. He can play. He knows what he's doing. His rank doesn't say, but he's playing like a platinum player at least. And somehow I went into hardcore sweaty mode and started landing all my sniper shots. Well, not all of them, but for the most part, the ones that mattered.
I actually saw people jumping in the stream going, how do you land all of those sniper shots? And I know what they were saying was, do you use hacks?
Yes. No.
No,
I
no,
don't
no,
use
absolutely
hacks.
not.
I don't know how I can prove it, but I don't use hacks.
You stream. You stream often enough to where people can see the way you play and that it's consistent. It's consistent across every game we play, dude. Like your
For the most part.
sniper shots. I mean, you're not always on, and I think that in Quantum League it makes it a little bit easier because it's you shoot where your cursor is, and so
Yeah.
it's very arcade style, and it makes it easier for somebody like you.
No bullet drop.
Yep.
No nothing.
Yep, and you adjusted to that very quickly.
Yeah.
So with Quantum League, we've been doing the IGL summer circuit. So we've been setting aside time to make sure that we get on, we play Quantum League, we have these matchups, and even though it's the games are super quick in Quantum League, because it is the best of 5, typically it's been lasting a while, right? Like 30 to 45 minutes to complete the week's match.
It really depends because I mean, like for myself, I beat him pretty quick. For you, it was a little different because you guys actually went
We went the
a whole four games, right?
5 games.
5 games. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
See, for me, it was literally just 3 games and I was
Just
done.
3 games.
So it was fairly quick.
So we've been doing that with Quantum League, and I think the last time we did 2v2 was last Saturday. Yeah, it was when we played Horatio and the dude that's not quite as good as him.
Yeah.
Demon Slayer, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
And so, but I think it was like Monday. Was it Monday or Sunday? At some point, it was Monday. While I was at work, I was really busy this entire week, but I remember like I had stopped and I was like, okay, I have to take a break from this. And I don't know, I think I was looking at my Google News and I saw that PUBG had an upcoming patch, and I started looking through it and I was like, damn, this looks really good. And I sent it to DJ, and then
I'm glad you
read
did.
through DJ read through the patch notes and was like, yo, did you see this shit? And I was like, no. And then from there, that we're like, you know what, let's jump back into PUBG because the new patch comes out this upcoming Tuesday or Wednesday. We're like, let's check it out now.
Tuesday night.
And so we ended up playing, and we haven't been playing Quantum as much, but we'll get more into the PUBG piece in a bit. But with Quantum, like you guys, anybody that's been watching a stream or watching any of the podcasts, you know that we absolutely love this game. And I really feel that with the right backing and with the right interest, that Quantum League stands to become a leading esports game. Like the level of competition is very real. It's skill based, 100% skill based. And I like those types of games. But right now, the community is so small that unless we're doing custom matches or just facing off against each other, the queue times, I don't even want to say that it can go up to a certain amount. It's volatile. Like you don't know if it's going to be back to back or if you're just going to face the same person over and over and over again. So we figured let's switch it up a little bit. We'll still dedicate a portion of our time to Quantum League. We still absolutely love it, but realistically, like every game we've played for the last couple of years, we set the baseline as how does it compare to PUBG? And coming back and playing PUBG, it's feels good.
I don't think any game has come close to giving me the same excitement, the same adrenaline rush that PUBG has delivered every time I play it. Especially those final circles where you know you're going against maybe 1 or 2 more guys and you know you can beat these guys and grab that chicken dinner. Dude, my heart, it feels like it's going to explode. And no other game does that.
Just the concept of the chicken dinner. With PUBG, like when you hop into a stream and you're watching somebody play PUBG, you always ask them, oh, have you had any chicken dinners? Or there's just something about the chicken that makes you want it. And it doesn't feel the same way with other games. So like people will say, you know, have you had any dubs? But like there isn't the same sense of satisfaction versus have you had any chicken today? Or are you starving?
It's iconic. It's not like you jump into Apex and like hey, have you picked up what's it called, the champions or
Yeah,
what is
no,
it
it's just
called?
I don't even know. It's just a dub.
Yeah, like you don't say anything
No.
that's relatable to the chicken dinner. It doesn't compare.
And I think that even that small detail ends up being this big thing. It's part of the lifestyle.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
that's what makes PUBG iconic.
So if you're jumping into the streams, you can expect to see us playing Quantum League probably like Mondays and Wednesdays for an hour, hour and a half. It might vary. Like we're not setting up a strict thing. We're gonna play when we feel it, and then if we're really feeling it, and if there's good competition, and if queues are happening, then we might play for a while. If it's not happening, it might be shorter. But we're still dedicated to the community. We still want to see it grow, and we're still contributing to that. And with that being said, we've got some groundwork being laid for a future podcast. And
Yes.
right.
Mm-hmm.
So do you remember who it was? You don't have to remember the name, but what was the person's title that we were speaking with?
Oh man,
Were
not
they
off the top of my head.
social marketing director or something along those lines, right?
Something along the lines of that, yeah.
So we're in talks with the guys from Quantum. I think right now we've been talking with whoever's heading up their social media, and we do have the developers' interest in joining us for our podcast and just kind of talking through whatever we decide to talk to. I don't want to say like expect to hear this or that, but if you enjoy our style of conversations, I don't really want to say interviewing, but kind of an interview, kind of a conversation. Fingers crossed. Hopefully, we'll have one of the guys or maybe girls or a couple or whoever it is, somebody representing Quantum League actually hop into a future podcast with us. That's something that we'll be looking at trying to do maybe within the next month. Personally, I would like to see it happen in the next month, but I know that they are really pushing out some new content. They just pushed out the map. They just pushed out the spectator mode, and like spectator mode doesn't seem like a huge deal to some people, but spectator mode is really, really important to seeing our vision for Quantum League becoming fulfilled, because spectator mode allows for a professional commentator to spectate and then do what they do during professional matches, and that's huge.
Yeah.
It also makes doing the IGL summer circuit a lot more interesting because it gives us an opportunity to jump into the matches and watch how our partner is performing against an enemy. Gives you a chance to check out how the enemy moves, and when we're playing against some of the top tier people, like that's awesome.
Super important too.
Yep. Yeah, so it's all good news from there. Also, as far as the podcast goes, so some future guests, I believe either next week or the following week, we're going to have Catabolic, a DJ from San Antonio, joining us. Fantastic guy. He's been doing a lot of live stream DJ sets, and DJ FM and I got to catch one of them the other day. Really, really good. He had this like really funky like 70s music meets modern EDM house vibe going.
Never heard nothing like it. It was unique. No.
Very unique, very good.
His transitions are good though too. I give him props. Yep, he knows what he's doing.
He definitely does. Very talented guy. So we'll be having him on soon. We're also working on reaching out to a few people that that would be very nice to have conversations with. I won't even go into who all we're reaching out to because some of them are long shots, but there's always the hope that we could end up having somebody that we've looked up to for several years.
We've been trying to get in contact with Dr. Disrespect. He hasn't wrote back yet. Maybe tomorrow or the next day we might. I don't know.
Yeah, you never know.
That'd be insane. Can you imagine?
Cheers. Could you imagine if he dropped why he was banned with us before anybody else?
Oh, wow. That would be some next level shit right there. And unheard of.
And unheard of, yeah. It'd be awesome.
It would.
But nobody is outside of the realm of who we would like to have on here. So again, if you guys can think of anybody that you would like to see as a guest, whether you have a connection with them or not, let us know, please.
Drop it down in the comments.
We're also looking at discussing with some different personalities, bringing somebody else on. We would like to get in touch with a tattoo artist who does a totally different type of content creation, and looking at having her join us. She doesn't know yet though, so but we want to keep the guests on the podcast interesting and diverse, and have an opportunity to get in front of just different types of personalities and get to know who they are and see what we can take from them, not take, but borrow,
Implement
and
into our podcast.
Yeah. Yes, Hella Bella is who I plan on talking to this next week and seeing if she's interested to join us. I think she's an amazingly talented artist.
It's a cool name.
And yep, I'd really like to talk to her. She's fantastic. She's not big into gaming or gaming culture, but she is really big into creating different types of content. Her content is just
Question.
a different avenue than us.
Is Hella Bella from California?
No.
Okay. I don't know. It's just a guess because Hella is a California thing. Hella is a California thing.
So
it's just a quick question.
I've been playing Hella, or I've been saying Hella for a long time, and yeah, I know it's definitely a California thing.
Yeah. Where did you first hear it?
I have no idea.
Come on.
I don't even know.
Really, just
yeah, it's just one of those things, I know that I've talked about this guy before. This dude, Corey. I don't even know what his last name is right now. The longest running and original paid YouTuber. You've heard me talk about him before.
Yes, I have. Yeah.
So family really loves him. So his original channel, I think his original channel was like something safety, but one of his most popular channel names was Dude Like Hella.
Dude Like Hella?
Dude Like Hella. Yeah,
it's unique. Nothing
it is
special.
I don't know if he's from California or not either.
Yeah, he might. But then again, Hella
cosplayers on.
Ooh.
I would love it if you reached out to some cosplayers that you would like to see on.
That would actually be pretty cool.
I would love that, especially since a lot of cosplayers also run Twitch channels.
Yeah, for the most part, yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm. What is her name? Danica? Is that right?
Danica.
I think.
Body paint?
No, she does full blown cosplay.
No,
Jessica
I'm not
Nigri, sure. Yo, make that shit happen.
Ice.
Make it happen.
Send an email out right now.
Right now. Oh, honestly, her and her boyfriend.
Damn. Double
cool
trouble.
Yep. But I would love to have, we don't have to go straight to the top.
Yeah.
I would love to have some cosplayers on and, hear their thought process on how they go into cosplays and all of that type of stuff. I think that'd be really cool. Nincheska actually used to do some cosplay.
Oh, no way.
Yep.
That's
and
awesome.
She's still planned to be a future guest when she decides to get back into streaming. I think she's getting ready to relocate in the next month. So I imagine it's probably going to still be a 2 to 3 months out before we have her join us.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
So I
look forward to it, Nincheska.
Yeah, getting different content creation up in here. So that's just a little bit of what to expect over the next few weeks and months. Really looking to diversify things a little bit, keep things, fresh, and just keep it on topics that we're interested in. I think
we don't care what you guys like. It's literally what we want.
You don't leave enough comments down below for us to give a fuck. So,
he's not wrong.
Speaking of comments down below, for those of you who are watching live, today is the deadline to get entered in episode 10's, the podcast episode 10 giveaway. So today's the last day to enter for your chance to win a copy of Quantum League, being given by the two of us. All you have to do is go back, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and leave a comment on episode 10. We're giving away 2 copies. Your chances are extremely high, as I think that only 2 people
really high
have currently entered.
Yeah.
So if you're watching live and you have any interest in playing Quantum League, go do it. Just do it. Because at the end of tonight's stream, when we go offline, I'll be going through and double checking and see who is entered, and we'll be doing the raffle at that point in time, and probably announcing it tomorrow on Twitter and announcing follow-up on next week's podcast.
Easy peasy lemon squeezy. You don't want to miss out on that.
I gifted another copy of Quantum League to Morgan.
Oh,
okay.
Didn't they comment on the channel, I believe? Or on one of our YouTube channel or videos?
I think so.
Name looks very familiar.
Dude, so sorry guys. So Ice Wolf, our community manager, is in the Twitch stream right now, and he's typing. And he said that he gifted a copy of Quantum League to Morgan, which is a artist that works with our friend Banksy, and she does his emojis. And that's what I said. She does his emotes. And she apparently recently did a Lobo cosplay. I think, is that the Lobo cosplay that I saw on Twitter? Did she just recently post 2 pictures? One of which was a pretty normal, like, Apex looking pose, and then the other one, like, where maybe she was making like a rocker face or some shit. I don't want to wait too long for this motherfucker to answer. Are you checking?
No.
Yeah, so yeah, see if you can find it. But I'm pretty sure that she was referencing it. If it is, yeah, I know that Banksy liked it, or Banksy's exhibition liked it. But if so, dude, her Loba cosplay was dope. Whoever that was, really, really good cosplay.
I could go to her page. Oh.
Did you find it?
Wait, that looks like a drawing. Damn.
No, that's not the girl. That's not the cosplay I saw earlier today. I saw Banksy like one earlier today, and dude, I mean, that's really good though.
It's not that one?
No, it's not that one.
Okay.
The one that I saw Banksy like earlier today was I mean, that's really good, but this other one was just like fucking spot on, man.
This is a pretty cool. I don't even know what this is, but this looks cool.
Damn, that's badass.
It is badass. But on the exhibition, let's see.
Are you just looking at his likes?
His tweets. His tweets should show everything, right? For the most part.
Well, only if he tweeted it or retweeted it.
I don't know what I'm doing, man. Twitter's like
I know, like,
super new to me, but
I've been practicing on learning it, but it's still slightly foreign. Don't judge us, fuckers. Don't judge us.
That's the only one I'm seeing from Morgan. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything else that has Lobo.
No, I was.
I'm not sure where you saw it, man.
Look at this shit.
Damn. That's super good.
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Right? Now, this chick's name is Natari TV. Natari? Natari? Something like that.
I don't know.
You know what? I'm following her now. Maybe at some point we could meet her.
There you go. Think about the future.
So,
you know we're throwing an effect in right there.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have the PUBG patch notes?
I do not, sir. Oh, damn, that switched quickly.
Let's find it.
It's on Steam.
It is. That's true.
So let's pull up here. Go to my library. PUBG. She said under what? Support? Community hub?
Yep.
Don't warn me again for Player Unknown's Battlegrounds. What is this? Content posted in the community may not be appropriate for all ages. It's okay.
Perfect.
I'm a big
That's
boy.
what I like to hear.
I'm a big boy.
I'm a big boy.
I'm a big boy. Oh, is that copyright written? Who are the Sanok for?
Very nice.
That's
nice.
not the patch notes. Here it is. Found it.
So we're gonna share with you guys the patch notes from the upcoming PUBG patch, and this will help you understand why we have decided to not why we decided to come back and play PUBG, but why we decided to give PUBG another opportunity. And then we'll talk a little bit about what we really like right now and revisit why we left in the first place, because I think that that's important to understanding some shit that we'll be paying attention to. Frostcastle said he doesn't even play PUBG, but it was very exciting. I assume he's talking about the patch notes.
I hope so.
Yep. Yeah, man, and we will definitely talk about why we left. I know that not everybody knows that, but
Well,
I think it's important because it's going to help shape what we'll be paying attention to as we come back.
should we start there?
Sure.
I feel like we should start with the negatives and brush them off to the
Yep.
side.
I agree. So PUBG, first of all,
hard.
anybody that plays PUBG or has played PUBG will always compare other battle royales to PUBG. And the first thing that you're going to hear from like 90% of anybody that plays other battle royales is PUBG is too slow. PUBG is a slower paced, well, PUBG has phases that are slower paced than other games, but I wouldn't say that PUBG is actually slow. It is probably the most fucking intense game I've ever played. My heart rate goes up considerably more playing PUBG than it did at any point playing any horror game that I've ever played, so pacifying like one other.
And we're gonna prove it today because we got
Yeah, I was gonna lift it up, but I probably
heart monitors.
Fucking Iron Man shit going on right here. So we should try and make that happen too.
Right? Just start glowing out of your chest.
But PUBG, there are elements of PUBG that are slower than other games. Primarily, the movement speed is completely slower than any other game because it's very realistic.
Yeah.
PUBG has a very large map, and you run at like peak human speeds, but it's still you're running at human speeds.
Yeah.
But PUBG, a game typically lasts like 23 minutes. And the number one thing that made DJ and I step away was spending 15 to 18 minutes gearing up for late game fights. And that's where like the most intense action happens. Well, I can't say the most intense because
for the most part
happen that are really intense, but those are where the fights that really matter happen. And there's one thing that will fucking ruin that quicker than anything else. And what's that, DJ?
Fucking cheaters. We don't call them hackers, we call them cheaters.
They're cheaters. Like, they didn't fucking do the work. They bought that shit. They're spending their 20 or 40 bucks a month. But every game has cheaters. We're positive, hands down. Quantum League has only been out for 2 months and has a player base on average that's only 15 to 20 people at a normal point in time throughout the day. I think they have like several hundred active people, but on average, the concurrent number of players is only 15 to 20. And DJ, what did you find earlier this week for Quantum League?
Oh man, I wish I didn't come across this, but I actually found a site that is selling Quantum League cheats right now. I'm not gonna tell you where because we'll see
You don't need to know
sweaties
that
won't.
shit.
We'll probably go buy them, but we're not leaving that in the description. I'm sorry.
No. So every game, doesn't matter how big or how small, it doesn't matter if you have a minor anti-cheat system or the super robust one, people are going to figure out how to cheat at the game. And then those people are going to market those cheats and sell them to shitty ass people who are going to use them. We saw shitloads of cheaters in we saw shitloads of cheaters in Apex Legends. We know that the hacks that exist for Quantum
Yeah.
League. Pretty positive we've actually seen one or two people use them. Not going to get into that conversation.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter the game. You're going to run into people that cheat. But with PUBG, because of that long build-up and you're waiting for the end game and it gets so intense, there's nothing that makes you feel like you got robbed at gunpoint more so than being cheated.
Yep.
That coupled with, honestly, minor bugs. I don't even really think it was the minor bugs in PUBG that really got to us.
No.
It took a long time for rank to come out, way longer than it should have.
I will say that another big issue for, at least for me, I don't know if you felt the same way, X, but I felt like I was experiencing a lot of like stutteriness within the game while we were playing it. And I think I remember you mentioning even now you kind of experienced a little bit of it, but not to the extent.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, not to the extent of what I was experiencing back in the day, like 3 months ago when we were playing the game. Because it was bad. Like it literally felt like you were playing at 50, 45 frames per second. That's what it felt like, and it's not a good experience.
I know that for some of you, playing at 45 to 50 frames per second is probably what you typically play at. But when you go from playing at 115 to 130 consistently, and then you feel that drop, it's a very big difference. So if you are playing at like 45 or 50, imagine if it dropped down to 15 FPS, and then like there's just a choppiness and stutteriness to it, whatever. Stutteriness.
English.
That hurts. So, but everything combined, like we just felt like the game, although it felt a little stale, we were really rating on ranked. That minor feeling coupled with the cheaters made us go, you know what? We need to take a step back because we started feeling burnt out. PJ and I pride ourselves on not being negative people. We will always find the best elements of the games we play or of the community we play with. And when we started to get burnt out and we started to notice those negative trends coming out in ourselves, you know what? Let's switch it up. Let's play some Call of Duty. And then
need a break.
DJ sucked at Call of Duty. So it was like, hey, let's play some Apex. And then we went back to playing Apex, and Apex was fresh and it felt good and all that shit. But then realistically, like Apex started to have some of the same shit. The bugs became a little bit more prevalent.
Yeah.
The cheaters, we noticed them here and there more often, and then
but I will say,
ever reached that point, it was.
But I will say that I think the thing that drew us to Apex was the ranked. Like we're very competitive, so when we weren't getting that excitement, we weren't being fulfilled with the PUBG gameplay, we went to Apex, got introduced to Apex ranked. And that gave us a whole new level of achievement, to push to get better at this game that we like. And now that they introduced that to PUBG a few months or a month ago, maybe, I can't remember how long it's been since they introduced ranked into PUBG, but just adding that kind of brought us back because we are very competitive and we like to play ranked.
Yep, it's important. So that was the primary reason we left.
Yes.
Apex, still a lot of fun. We went back and we were playing some Apex earlier this week. We hadn't played Apex a whole lot over the last month. We've been playing Quantum League a lot. In Quantum League, off to a great start, but smaller community. And at this point, we weren't looking to switch. We are very happy playing Quantum League and rotating in Apex. But then, man, these patch notes, and honestly, we've been watching what's been going on with PUBG primarily through Roly, right? The
Yeah,
Roly Polypotamus.
for the most
For
part.
those of you that don't know, Roly Polypotamus, hands down, one of the most talented and underrated streamers that is currently active on Twitch. Fucking check him out. He primarily plays PUBG. And so he had been getting into the ranked, and he was talking about how ranked was so much more difficult. And he went from, like having a chicken dinner every couple of days to being happy when he got a chicken dinner and like 2 kills in his entire like 6-hour stream. And I was like, okay, so the level of competition has definitely stepped up. And
Yeah.
ranked follows the esports rules and settings, which is a big change. So then we saw this patch notes, and I was like, oh, they're re-releasing Sanak, the island, like Vietnam style map, and it's being reworked. And that happens
Remastered.
to be DJ's favorite map, and probably my favorite map too.
It still is.
But then, so DJ was reading through the patch notes, and what was like the one minor, it's a minor thing, but it's big, but it's innovative. It's something that I just don't, I wouldn't have thought that the game would ever introduce it.
Yeah.
And DJ messaged me, he was like, dude, did you see this? And what was it?
I read it and I didn't know if I was actually reading the actual patch notes because it seemed a little too good to be true. A little too creative. Well, I wouldn't say creative. Different. You don't see this in other games, at least the battle royale game. It was the ability to pick up a gas can and literally pour it wherever you want to pour it, light it, or you can either shoot at it. I don't know what the third way to ignite it was, but yeah, you could also throw it. You can throw it and it opens up and it leaks gas everywhere, and you can shoot it and it will instantly blow up. That is crazy. I haven't seen anything like it in any other battle royale game.
So I remember, I think gas cans have been around from the beginning of PUBG, right? Because you use gas to refill the vehicles.
Well, I didn't play it from the beginning, but I'm sure you know.
Yeah, but they've been around since you were playing.
Yeah, definitely.
So for a very extended time, gas cans only served one purpose in the beginning. You used them to refill the gas tanks of your vehicles. And then several patches later, after the game went live, they made gas cans an explosive. Yep. And when they enabled the ability to shoot a gas can and cause it to explode, that was innovative. But it was a thing that like it made sense. You're like, whoa, that's awesome.
And that's funny that you say that, because even when they introduced that patch, I was excited for that too, because I remember talking about it to you, saying, okay, we're gonna use these as like kind of claymores in a sense, or maybe a C4 in a way. Shoot them a few times and just leave them to where if you shoot them one more time, they'll become explosive. Hi,
Josta.
But yeah, I still remember when we were talking about that. And I was really excited for that patch.
Play down, dude. Yeah, me too.
Something about gas cans, dude. I don't know.
Like it was so cool. So, all right, we have to pause. Come on.
We've been getting lucky. Last few podcasts, I don't think she's came on stream or on the cast. But it's always nice to see his dogs. If you guys really want to see his dogs, go on Twitter or his Instagram. Go check it out. He has a few pictures. And for those of you that are lucky enough to get his Snapchat, I might throw it down in the description. Maybe. We'll see. But yeah, a lot of cool stuff in these patch notes.
It's not hard to find.
There's another one. There's another one that I'm really excited for. And this is very different too. So
the idea is to be able to pull out the fucking gas and then shoot at it and make it blow up or catch fire. Like I don't really know how it's gonna work.
Yeah.
But like that's some movie shit. Like we're gonna be able to make some like really cool traps. I don't know, like oh my god, I hadn't even thought about this. So imagine you shoot a motherfucker and you knock him, and then you
Okay.
go and you fucking pour the gas can on top of him.
You can so make a badass clip out of that.
Oh my god, dude!
Oh man, that's intense. That is so
Dude.
or you don't even have to be in an actual game. You can probably draw something with the flame since you can pour it out because it will evaporate after like 2.5 minutes or
Three and a
something.
half. I think
Three and a half. Okay. Yeah.
half.
So there's a chance to be creative in the game.
Dude,
Think about it. You
we can have so much fun.
you pour a trail of gas in the form of the Elev8ed logo and you light it. You light it on one side, I light it on the other, and it just aerial view.
Dude,
clip.
that would be so cool. Like that. it's minor things that are just so innovative.
Yeah, I agree.
Make me really excited. I think while we were gone, one of the things that got introduced was the train on Vikendi. And for people who don't play, they're like, "Oh, you just got that from Apex Legends," and it's like, they're not even close to the same. Because in Apex,
No.
you don't have fall damage. You can get hit by the train, and it doesn't matter. It's different. So, but we come back, right? And so we're like, okay, so the patch comes out next week. Let's jump into a game. What was that first game like for you, DJ? That first game being back.
Oh my god. Why do we have to talk about this? I was so fucking nervous to play. It felt like the first week I played. Every noise, every loud noise, it triggered me and it scared me. I couldn't handle a shot until, I don't know, maybe 2 hours into the game. I started getting used to it again, but at the beginning, even the bots were scaring me. I opened the door, there was a bot in my face, and I freaked the fuck out, dude. If I had my heart rate monitor on, it would have spiked up to like 150. Easy.
I remember when we were gone is when they introduced rank, they introduced bots. And everybody's like, "Oh, bots are ruining the game. There's so many bots." We've played a lot of hours already.
Yeah.
Played a lot of matches, and we've seen some bots, but like a bot knocked me. It got a good angle from a good distance, and it dropped me. Like they're not. Sometimes you're like, really like, come on, that was really poor.
Yeah.
But sometimes the bots are on point, and I would definitely say that they didn't make the game feel any better, but I don't think like they've made the game feel worse. We're still running into the majority of the players are players. And if they're not players, they definitely feel like players.
Yeah.
And I think that's all that really matters.
Mm-hmm.
We've only ran into one blatant cheater.
Today?
It was today, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And we were it was DJ and I versus him for the chicken dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And this dude, I mean, it was blatant. Like, so
I do want to say something that it was not in a ranked match. Just so you guys know, it was not in a ranked match.
They seem to have introduced, so they make you tie your account to a phone number.
2-form factor.
Yep. So that I think that's helped push back cheaters from ranked. But it's nice, and we've genuinely felt like we're at home again. And
Refreshed.
And earlier, Frost Castle asked if with PUBG, if it's pay to win or is it hacking, cheating? Yeah, there's no pay to win elements with PUBG.
No.
All of the money you can spend past the initial purchase is on cosmetics or battle passes, which is only cosmetics, with the exception of cheats. So
yeah.
But it's good. Like it's comfortable. It feels good.
There is one other thing coming to Sanhok that I'm pretty excited about, and it's something new. Kind of not really train related, but it's just a new element to the game. The loot truck. That thing looks intense. It's this big heavy duty truck with like a fucking, what was that thing that's in the front of the train? What's that called?
Like a
I don't know what it's
not
called.
A bulldozer.
No, it's
like a wedge. It's a big metal wedge that allows it to plow through shit.
Actually, look, I'll just pull on screen here. This is what it looks like. What is that called? Well, you get the point.
Yeah.
If you shoot at this thing, it drops.
I think it's a plow.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay, it's a plow. a
Yeah.
truck plow. I don't know. Anyway, so if you shoot at this thing, it drops packages, and in these packages you get like weapons, some high tier weapons. There's some special named weapons that are based off of some people within the game, and they're supposed to be
But
really
people that
kitted
haven't
out
been, yeah,
weapons.
people that haven't been introduced yet.
Yeah, kind of. Let's see if I can find the name of these weapons. There was a canine in here.
So anyway, so the element, while DJ's looking for it, what's nice about this is that these weapons, these special weapons you get, are fully kitted, and typically with any battle royale, but mostly with PUBG, you have to find each element of the gun, and there's different pieces that you can put on. So like the fact that you can grab a sniper rifle that is already suppressed, has a 6x scope on it, has a cheek pad, like it's nice because if that's something that you grab, you can immediately start shooting comfortably with it, and it's a nice addition to the game. I think that was another thing. Before we left, PUBG started making some creative decisions that the community, like, they didn't sit well with the community. But these decisions, I haven't paid attention to what the fuck Reddit's been saying. I don't know if the community as a whole likes them, but what I know is that we like them, and I'm excited for
Julie's
that.
Car 98. That's what it was.
Julie's Car 98.
I think it comes with like a 6x and bullet loops and all that good stuff.
Yep. So it's exciting. We're excited. So if you enjoy watching PUBG and you haven't watched us play it yet, check us out. We're not bad. We're honestly, man, we've been fucking landing some shit. It has been looking good. I think we've only had one chicken dinner since we've been back, but that chicken dinner felt good. Oh no, we had two.
Sure.
Do we have two? Do we have just the one?
No, it was just one. We counted that second one with the cheater as a 2 because, you know, he would have been dead if he wasn't cheating.
He would have, for sure. But check it out. So earlier, so we're going to be wrapping up the podcast here, guys. For the most part, we just wanted to let you know what was going on with us, what you can expect from the streams, what you can expect from the upcoming podcast, and talk to you a little bit about what we got going on, what we enjoy, what we don't like, mostly what we do like. That's what we like talking about.
I just read another change real quick.
Oh, sure.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Sure. No, go for it.
And this is, oh my god, this is huge. Minimized auditory gap between going barefoot and wearing shoes.
Oh, that's nice.
Let me read this. At close distances, footsteps sounds will be different depending on if the player is wearing shoes or not. However, the volume of the steps has been equalized, giving no advantage to being barefoot.
Can you explain why that's a big deal?
It's a big deal because fucking X would always wear his shoes and he would be loud as fuck.
What sucks is when your character is on the character select screen, right? Or when you're in game and if somebody's looking at you, like there are so many outfit customizations and anybody, it doesn't even matter. Like DJ doesn't even really care a whole lot for costumes, but you're still gonna look good. And part of looking good is typically having on shoes. But then, like, when we're in the plane and we start the skydive, we're like, fuck it, take off our shoes.
Yeah, take shoes off, take your pants off because the pants are tied to the shoes. Yeah, it's a mess.
So the fact that that's being reduced, although to me that does take away a bit of the realism, the fact is that in real life, whether a person's barefoot or has shoes on, a lot of it's going to depend on that person, on how they walk. I can walk nearly silent in shoes.
Yeah, for real, me too.
And then I have other people who are like, even when they're barefoot, they sound louder than I do while I have boots on.
That's my sister. She sounds like a dinosaur when she walks barefoot.
So it's good because it helps keep things just a little bit more equal across the board. And you don't have to worry about teammates who don't want to take off their shoes or they don't understand that leaving their shoes on is a downfall.
Yeah. And it has been argued like a lot, whether it is louder or not.
Wacky Jackie has done like I think a couple of videos at
Mm-hmm.
different points in time during PUBG's history on whether or not it made a difference. And because sound's so important in that game, I love that they're still paying attention to those types of things and making changes.
Yeah.
So before we wrap up, let me jump over to my chat real quick. First of all, thank you, Banksy, for resubscribing. Much appreciated. Alamo, I did see you redeemed a ticket for the merch raffle for this month. Oh yeah, guys who just watch the podcast and don't watch a stream, both of us do merch raffles once a month. Free to enter. All you have to do is participate in the streams, and then you can get tickets. We'll explain more when you join us live. And then we give away free merch. Everybody likes free shit, especially when it looks good.
Oh yeah, that looks clean.
So that Frost asked a question earlier. He asked if there is a game that the two of us would play that isn't FPS or Battlegrounds related. I assume that you meant, yeah. I assume that you meant if we would play it on stream, because I play games that aren't FPS or Battlegrounds related, but primarily they're games that I don't typically stream. With Alamo, I try and play a couple games a week or every other week recently of League of Legends. I used to play League of Legends a ton, and League of Legends is a MOBA, absolutely not an FPS or Battlegrounds.
Yeah.
I also play a lot of Magic the Gathering daily. And then we rotate in some games from time to time that aren't, but they're not games that we typically stream. Like recently, I think the most recent game we played was Golf with Friends, which is definitely not an FPS or Battlegrounds.
No.
We had a lot of fun playing it. But for the most part, I would say that there are some games that we'd probably play, but not streaming.
Yeah.
When it comes to streaming, like the parts of our personality that connect with us the most as far as engagement with content creation is competitive FPS games.
Agreed. And that's what the community likes, so we kind of have to stick to that.
I said, have you considered picking up the Hunt Showdown ever again? I mean, it's literally a duos game. Have I played the Hunt? I feel like you're saying that as if I've played it, and
I don't even know what that is.
I'm not sure either. There's a chance that I own it. We played it a bit. Yeah, I don't remember what it is.
Is that the one where you hunt deer and bears and all that crazy stuff? Probably not, huh?
I don't know. I used to play several like hunting games, but for the most part, I like playing hunting games at the arcades. You know, like where you have the gun and
yeah.
It's the one where you and another person would be on a map with 4 other teams.
And do what?
Yeah, no, I don't remember.
I mean, that could be any game.
Trying to figure out where a monster was, and you had to kill the target first. Oh, is that game where
ER style?
It's kind of like another game, I think. What's that game where I think it's 4v1? One player plays a monster, and then there's like 4.
What is that called? I know exactly.
And it has a whole
Dead by
bunch
Daylight.
of add-ons. Yeah, is it like Dead by Daylight?
I think so. I think that's what it's called.
You know, Dead by Daylight is definitely the game I'm thinking of. And I think that the Hunt Showdown may be similar. No, I says no. I have no fucking idea. It sounds like I've played it before and I don't remember.
There's zombies and other monsters in the world? Though? What? I've never played it.
I don't know.
That's for sure.
Maybe we could check it out sometime. But I mean, at the end of the day, I think that we're always open to checking out games that aren't Battle Royale related.
Yeah, we played a few community games too, like Scriblio. We said Golf with Friends, Human Fall Flat, Stream Racer, which I don't think you've seen yet. It's interesting.
Stream Racer?
Mm-hmm.
Is it
pretty
a pissing
cool.
contest?
No. Wow. It's definitely not that. No, it's kind of like marbles on stream.
Oh, you were telling me about it.
But with cars. And you can
where
activate.
You get, like, boosted.
Yeah. Yep, that's the one.
Yeah, and I said that I do own the Hunt, and I'm not even sure what it is. Uh,
Damn.
like for me, I think the last non FPS game, other than the ones that I mentioned, that I remember like really enjoying was it's not Dead by Daylight. What was the zombie game
Dying
that is?
Light.
Yeah, Dying Light.
I had a
Dying
feeling
Light.
that game was badass.
It was really good. You know what's crazy is they eventually added in a battle royale multiplayer to the game, and I've never played it.
Me neither. I
Yep.
was always so scared to play it. Once it got dark, oh my god, I was
Dying Light was a
shitting bricks.
fun game, dude. I enjoy zombie games. There's something about them that I really like. I've played
Same.
a lot of different ones. I don't know if did you ever play that one that came out on Epic? World War Z.
I saw it and I was this close to purchasing it, but I just never pulled the trigger.
We played it, me and my old group of IRL friends, and it was good for a bit, but I don't think that there was enough content originally whenever it first came out to really keep me going back to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Monkiko, I loved playing Dead Island, man. I still remember the trailer for Dead Island 2, which never fucking happened.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Weren't they made by the same people, Dying Light and
Yep.
Dead Island?
Yep. Actually, Monkiko just said same studio that made Dying Light.
Oh.
Oh, look at it. And look, there's Empress Booty. And she said loved the Dead Island and Dying Light. Dying Light, what
great.
I liked. So for Emily is like she hates scary shit. Hates it. It took years to build up to watching The Walking Dead.
Wow. Dude, and that's how Claw was. I think I got her to start watching like a little bit after season 2, and she would hate like seeing it because she would get so freaked out. And then she started enjoying it and then understanding the storyline, and she's hooked. She still doesn't watch the scary parts though.
So for Emily, we'll watch all of it, but there's been moments after watching The Walking Dead where we had to watch an episode of Friends before she would go to bed.
Damn.
Like take
that's
take
bad.
a shower. You know, like that's basically what it was.
Yeah. It's cleanse everything off.
When I was playing Dying Light, I remember like she would be watching me, and then she'd be like, "Oh, what the fuck? I can't do this," and she would leave.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's when you know a game is pretty good.
And that's funny that you tie those two things together, because the reason I did like Dying Light and what was that one other one? Dead Island.
Dead Island.
The reason I liked them is because they were very similar to the show, The Walking Dead. The way the zombies moved and all, like it was very relatable, and that's kind of what I liked about those games, and the realism too.
Yeah, they were fun. So I said he's just waiting for Left 4 Dead 3. Left 4 Dead, it's crazy because Nincheska, I know that she put in like a stupid number of hours playing Left 4 Dead 2. I mean, by my standards, I have like 4,000 hours in PUBG. She had, I think, more than that on Left 4 Dead. I never could get into Left 4 Dead. Like
it was too cartoony.
It didn't do it for me.
Zombies move way too fast.
Yep.
I don't know. It was very arcadey for me. For me, it was fun sometimes, but not for that many hours.
Yeah, World War Z has similar elements because the zombies move fast and it's hordes of zombies.
Okay.
But it's done very different, and I enjoyed it.
Monkey
said that was the point.
Oh.
For Left 4 Dead. It was meant to be campy.
Yeah. Would you compare what'd you say, DayZ to H1Z1 style of survival zombie game?
DayZ?
Or Just Survive? H1Z1 Just Survive, I think it was called.
I think all of those games were pretty similar, right? Open world. Like Rust, except with zombies. Yeah. Same concept. War Z or I think it's World War Z is the Epic Source one. Is totally different than that. It's not an open world game. It's these small levels and hordes of zombies, and you grab weapons and you fight them.
So it's not DayZ?
Not DayZ. Nope.
Okay.
The game World War Z is actually based off of the movie with Brad Pitt, World War Z.
Oh, that's right.
And in World War Z, that's where like they had the huge swarm of
just
zombies and they
up
yeah. It's based around that concept.
Okay.
Yeah. So there are some other games, but even those are all FPS. But we're always down to try out other games. Uh, can you think of anything else you want to touch on?
Any other games? Nah, man, I think we should call it.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah, because I know you want to play PUBG and
Oh, I want to.
yes.
You don't.
I mean, I could play too, but I feel like you want to play a little more than I do right now.
A little bit.
Yeah, I figured.
I am ready. Well, guys, that concludes episode 12
12.
of the Elevated Game podcast. Fucking been fantastic.
Elevated Gaming podcast.
Yep.
And everything else.
So, catch us next Saturday when we do something similar to this again. Hopefully with a friend, maybe not. We'll see how things go. And what's that thing that we would like them to do?
Subscribe. Yeah, if you guys aren't following us on, or if you guys aren't watching us live here on Twitch,
Or if you are.
or if you are, I mean, you can also check us out on our YouTube channel. Hit the subscribe button, thumbs up. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. And like we said before, if there's something that you guys want us to talk about, don't hesitate to put it down in the comments. We will like to hear what you guys want us to talk about, or just anything you want to say. It doesn't matter.
Yep.
You can make fun of me, make fun of X, or both.
Make fun of me making fun of DJ.
Yeah. Whatever, man. Just drop it down there. And I think that's gonna be it for today's episode. We'll catch you guys next week on Dragon Ball Z.